supplies, and full support to government cancer care initiative, which will save countless Filipino lives. These plans must be pursued with transparency, integrity, and efficiency, given the PCSO's revenues comes from the trust of millions of Filipinos who participate in its games with the hope that their contributions will support worthy causes. In closing, as we examine PCSO's proposed budget, this committee's foremost concern is to ensure that every peso raised and allocated truly reaches the Filipino people in the form of better healthcare, wider access to medical services, and stronger social safety net. I look forward to a constructive dialogue today, one that strengthens not only PCSO's operation but also our shared commitment to public service and nation building. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay ang PCSO at ang sambayanang Pilipino. Mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas. Thank you very much. May I call on the Secretariat to recognize our guests and colleagues.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We would like to acknowledge our resource persons from the PCSO, headed by Chairperson Retired Judge Felix Reyes, General Manager Melquiades Robles, Assistant General Manager Attorney Lisa Grace Pagano, Assistant General Manager Attorney Lauro Patiag, Assistant General Manager Remeliza Gabuyo, Assistant General Manager Julieta Aseo, Assistant General Manager Arnel N. Casas. And we would like to acknowledge the presence of our honorable House members, Deputy Speaker Yevgeny Vincente Emano, Deputy Majority Leader Hiel Cabarangay Jr. Acosta, Deputy Majority Leader and Vice Chair Julian Jambaronda, Deputy Minority Leader Percy Sandanya, Vice Chair Jose Alvarez, Vice Chair Arthur Celeste, Vice Chair Gerardo Jeriboy Espina Jr., Vice Chair Monique Yasmin Maria Lagdameo, Vice Chair Keith Mika, Attorney Mike Tan, Honorable Jose Joboy Aquino II, Honorable Flora Bellatco, Honorable Arlene Ayon, Honorable Jose Manuel Tadeo Chel Jokno, Honorable Ramon Guico Jr., Honorable Ryan Recto, Honorable Steve Chongbian Solon, Honorable Edwin Cruzado, and Vice Chair Maria Cristina Lopez. That's all, Mr. Chair.
Maraming salamat. Magandang hapon muli sa ating mga kasamahan. And once again, to the PCSO family, welcome to the House of the People. We now proceed to the presentation of the PCSO for the appreciation of our members.
Good
Mr.
afternoon,
Chair.
Mr. Chair. Good afternoon, Your Honors. And for our presentation, I would like to call Attorney Lisa Insyong, Mr. Chair.
Okay, ma'am, please proceed.
Good afternoon, Mr. Senior Vice Chairperson and honorable members of the House Committee on Appropriations. I am Annalisa Insyong from the Corporate Planning Department of the Philippine Charity Sweepstakes Office. Allow me to respectfully present the salient features of the PCSO budget for fiscal year 2026. As mentioned by Honorable Garcia a while ago, our mandate is to raise funds for health programs, medical assistance and services, and charities of national character through the holding and conduct of sweepstakes, horse races, lotteries, and similar activities pursuant to Section 1 of Republic Act 1169 as amended. Next slide, please. For our budgetary highlights and major thrusts for 2026, first is game development and innovation. We will study, develop, and launch new games and betting platforms to strengthen revenue generation. 2, expansion of presence. We will establish additional satellite and branch offices to improve accessibility of our services. 3. Digital transformation. We will pursue digitalization of core PCSO processes for greater efficiency and transparency. Fourth, health infrastructure support. We will participate in the government's initiative to establish a national cancer center. And fifth, medical transport and equipment. We will procure patient transport vehicles, sea ambulance units for donation to LGUs, and medical equipment for donation to hospitals and communities nationwide. Next slide, please. For our operational highlights, from 2023 up to the first semester of 2025, PCSO's assistance programs continued to make a significant impact nationwide. The number of patients assisted increased steadily year on year, from 268,000 in 2023 to 326,000 in 2024, with notable expansion in the first semester of 2025. The sustained upward trend underscores PCSO's central role in providing direct health support to indigent patients. For patient transport vehicle donation program, the program maintained strong coverage across provinces with more PTVs turned over during this period. 132 PTVs in 2023, 431 PTVs distributed in 2024, and 692 PTVs distributed in 2025. This directly supports the national government's directive to strengthen local healthcare systems and improve emergency response capacity. For our institutional partnership program, we consistently support various government and non-government institutions engaged in health, education, and welfare services. For PCSO's financial highlights, in 2023, our total revenues is 61.46 billion, 2024, 62.35 billion, and the first semester of 2025, 31.89 billion. Sales increased from 61 to 0.46 billion in 2023 to 62.35 billion in 2024, reflecting a modest but positive growth of 897 million. From January to June 2025, sales amounted to 31.89 billion, which is nearly 51% of the total 2024 sales. On the next slide is the comparative gross sales from the first semester of 2023 to 2025. For the first sem of 2023, our gross sales is 30.31 billion. For 2024, 30.98 billion, and for the first sem of 2025, 31.89 billion. This chart reflects a stable yet gradual growth trajectory in PCSO's first semester sales, highlighting the agency's financial resilience. For the next slide, we'll be presenting the comparative financial statements from 2023, 2024, and the first semester of 2025. For the revenue growth, PCSO posted an income of 62.04 billion in 2023 and 63.4 billion in 2024, reflecting a 2.2 percentage increase year on year. For the first semester of 2025, income already reached 32.38 billion, which is 51% of the full year 2024 level, indicating that revenue performance is on track to at least match, if not surpass, the prior year. For profitability, profit after tax rose from 9 billion in 2023 to 11.7 billion in 2024, a significant increase of 30%, showing improved operating efficiency. For the first half of 2025, profit after tax stood at 6.3 billion, equivalent to 54% of 2024's figure, suggesting sustained profitability. For the net income, our net income for 2023 is 3.8 billion, slightly increasing to 3.84 billion in 2024. And by the first semester of 2025, net income reached 2.96 billion, already 77% of 2024's full year level, reflecting stronger earnings momentum this year. Next slide, please. Next slide is the comparative financial statement for 2024 and first semester of 2025. For our income, the total income grew from 31.35 billion in the first semester of 2024 to 32.37 billion in the first semester of 2025, an increase of 1 billion or 3.3%. This reflects steady revenue growth driven by sustained game sales and continued enforcement against illegal gaming activities. Profit remained stable at 6.32 billion in both periods. And for the net income increased slightly from 2.90 billion in the first semester of 2024 to 2.96 billion in the first semester of 2025, or a 2% growth. Pcso continues to demonstrate financial stability, ensuring its capacity to fund charity and health-related programs while preparing for expansion and digital transformation. For the next slide, we have the distribution of the revenue allocation of Pcso. For 2022, 2023, 2024, as well as estimates for 2025 and 2026. The allocation of Pcso revenues across the prize fund, charity fund, and operating fund remain consistent, showing adherence to Pcso's mandated allocated formula: 55% for prize fund, 30% for charity fund, and 15% for operating fund. For 2022, the prize fund is 30.98 billion, charity fund 16.89 billion, and operating fund is 8.44 billion. In 2023, prize fund is 33.19 billion, charity fund is 18.10 billion, and operating fund is 9 billion. For 2024, prize fund is 33.71 billion, charity fund is 18.38 billion, and operating fund is 9.19 billion. For our estimates in 2025, prize fund is 37.73 billion, charity fund is 20.58 billion, and operating fund is 10.29 billion. And finally, our estimates for 2026, prize fund is 37.34 billion, charity fund is 20.36 billion, and operating fund is 10.18 billion. For the contributions of Pcso to the national treasury in terms of taxes, dividends, and other remittances for the last 5 years. Annual tax contributions of Pcso, 2020, 5.4 billion. 2021, 12.79 billion. 2022, 14.91 billion. 2023, 17.52 billion. 2024, 16.76 billion. And for the first semester of 2025, 8.54 billion. We have remitted 75.98 billion in taxes in just 5.5 years. The 75.98 billion cumulative contribution underscores Pcso's dual role as a revenue generator for the government and a funder of social programs. Our average annual contribution in taxes is 16.9 billion, excluding the 2025 projection. For the dividends, annual dividend payments is as follows. For 2020, 2.26 billion, 2021, 1.24 billion, 2022, 1.56 billion, 2023, 2.66 billion, 2024, 2.68 billion, and for 2025, we have remitted 1.76 billion. The total so far is 12.20 billion with an average annual dividend of 2.08 billion. From 2020 to mid-2025, PCSO has remitted 12.20 billion in dividends to the national government. Despite fluctuations during the pandemic, dividends have grown steadily since 2022, peaking in 2023 to 2024 and poised to hit a new high in 2025. For the significant accomplishments of PCSO in 2024 and 2025, actual versus plan targets, gross revenues for 2024 target is 63.41 billion, and our actual accomplishment is 62.35 billion or 98.3%. Slight shortfall due to competition from illegal games. And for 2025 target, our target is 70 billion, and as of 2025, our actual revenues is 31.89 billion. Also included in our accomplishments is the distribution of patient transport vehicle. For 2024, we distributed 431 PTVs without actual target. And in 2025, we targeted 500 PTVs for distribution, and as of now, our actual accomplishment is 692, which exceeded the target by more than 100%, a major overachievement demonstrating PCSO's commitment to health mobility support. Next accomplishment is the PCSO Corporate Center. We targeted the construction of the PCSO Corporate Center from 2024 to 2026. Our actual completion by December 2024 is 5.04%. For 2025, our target is 54.10% completion by December, and our actual accomplishment so far is 29.93% completion. Another accomplishment is having obtained the World Lottery Association Responsible Gaming Certification. For 2024, we targeted to obtain the World Lottery Association Responsible Gaming Level 2 certification, which we actually achieved in December of 2024. For this year, we are targeting to achieve the Level 3 certification from the World Lottery Association, and our application still ongoing. The World Lottery Association provides a structured, internationally recognized framework for gaming operators to demonstrate their commitment to player protection, responsible gaming practices, and corporate social responsibility. By obtaining the Level 2 Responsible Gaming Certification, PCSO formally adopted responsible gaming principles and has begun implementing structured policies and programs. We have integrated responsible gaming into our corporate governance and operational guidelines, which aligns with global standards of ethical gaming. For the medical assistance program, we have allocated 3.29 billion in 2024, and we actually released 3.24 billion to 326,482 patients. In 2025, we have allocated 3.30 billion, and the actual release for this year, first semester, is 1.54 billion to 116,051 patients. Finally, for the status of remittances to the universal health care, for both 2024 and 2025, the total amount due for remittance to the Universal Health Care Fund is 3.74 billion. Finally, as we look to 2026, our focus remains clear. Every game we operate, every peso we generate will continue to bring hope and deliver charity to the Filipino people. Sa bawat taya, may kawang gawa. PCSO hindi umuurong sa pagtulong. Magandang hapon po.
Thank you very much, Attorney Annalisa P. Inchong, Corporate Department Manager, Corporate Planning Department. Very impressive numbers, GM, Chairman. I'm sure marami itatanong yung ating mga kasama mamaya, pero gusto ko lang malaman, first of all, saan po tinatayo yung ating corporate center?
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. It's now being constructed along San Marcelino. Actually, the lot is between San Marcelino and Romualdez Street. Yung dati rin pong lugar doon, we have a 1 hectare property there. And we're building 3 buildings doon po. Sa tabi po ng Adamson University, katabi ng Crown Prince Hotel, Prince Hotel.
Okay. Thank you. Good to know. And kapag natapos siguro in the next year, dahil more than 50% tayo this year, baka gusto nyong imbitahan yung committee sa inauguration. We'd be happy to see our new corporate center. GM,
We'll do that, Mr. Chair.
Maraming salamat po. So with that, sisimulan na po natin yung ating pagtawag sa ating mga membro para magbigay ng kanilang mga tanong. As usual, yung ating time-honored tradition na magsisimula sa minority, independent, then majority, ay time limit of 5 minutes. Kapag may narinig kayong unang bell, ibig sabihin, wind up na. Yung second bell, time is up. So, ask your last question. So, simulan po natin at ating tawagin our Deputy Minority Leader, Honorable Percy Sardanya. Your Honor, please proceed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Good afternoon po, Judge, and good afternoon, GM, and good afternoon to the whole PCSO family. I echo the sentiments of the good chair about the robust numbers of the PCSO, so congratulations for that. Earlier, there was mention about competition from illegal games. So is there a study that more or less puts a figure? How much are we losing to illegal games?
Good afternoon, Chairman. It's very difficult because they really hide under they're below the radar, so to speak. So, but we know the number if at least an estimate of how many illegal sites po na meron. When we scanned it, there are at least 300 using our exact name, exact logo ng PCSO. It's very difficult po, but just to give you an idea, in 2023, we have sued already a company. And they made, as reported by Paymaya, they made about 4.7 billion in 14 months. Ganun po yung nakita namin from that. That's why it's very difficult to give an estimate because we have never seen that before. So that's just give you a figure on how big that the industry of the illegal gaming is.
Honorable
Yes,
Percy?
sure.
Yeah, before you proceed, may I just acknowledge the new members that joined us. Deputy Minority Leader Bong Suntay, Representative Antolin Oreta III, Representative Ferdinand Beltran, Vice Chair Loreto Amante, Representative Nathaniel Oducado, Representative Amado Carlos Bolilla IV, Vice Chair Arnie Pentebella. Honorable Percy, please proceed. Thank you.
Thank you again, Mr. Chair, and thank you, GM, for your very candid response to the question. We were talking earlier about illegal games and its dent on the revenues raised by the PCSO. Pagdating naman po sa isugal, meron po ba tayong pag-aaral kung magkano ang nababawas doon sa dapat kinikita ng PCSO dahil po sa competition natin sa mga e-gambling, yung pong mga nakaregister at recognized po ng PAGCOR?
What we pay to government is what was reported. revenue allocation. So definitely wala po silang 20% na documentary stamps, and wala rin po silang another 20% that we pay to government for the winnings, and that wala rin po silang share sa charity, which normally is deducted from their gross. Again, Mr. Chairman, it's very difficult to project, but it's really very attractive really for them because they don't have all of these liabilities or responsibilities, so to speak. Right now, we're doing it on a piecemeal po, kung how to track them. I wish we could know kasi wala rin din po silang reporting, so nobody regulates them. So I'm sorry, but we cannot even project kung paano po nila ginagawa yan. We have no, all we know is that they are there and that they're using our games, and that other than that, wala na po kaming alam sa kanila. But we are employing the services of CICC, no? And the NBI, once we have a clear target na meron na actionable na yung information na nakukuha namin.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, and thank you to the good GM for the response. Inire-raise ko po itong puntong ito sapagkat lubha po nakakabahala na hindi lang basta ito usapin ng isugal at pagka-addict po ng ating mga kababayan, para po nababawasan pa yung dapat pwede sanang itulong pa ng PCSO sa mga nangangailangan nating kababayan. And in line with that, speaking of the important role of PCSO as a revenue generator and provider of important critical social services, how does the PCSO ensure fair and equitable access to medical assistance across regions, particularly in remote areas, sir?
Yung pong aming medical assistance, ayun po ay open po sa lahat. Amin po yung you can seek financial assistance, medical assistance through online. Nandun na rin po yung pong aming mga branch office. Ganun din po sa aming pong tanggapan sa Shaw Boulevard. Ano man pong araw, sila po ay magpunta at mayroon pong sasagot sa kanila at sila po ay bibigyan ng mga kaukulang tulong sa kanila pong hinihinging medical assistance.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much to our chairperson, Judge Reyes, for providing that response. Bakit ko po ito tinatanong? Kasi alam naman po natin yung cost for a person to travel from their homes to our physical offices para po pumila. Kaya nga po, our mga kababayan, nagre-resort sila sa online do sa ating pong e-queuing. Sa online queuing system for medical assistance, nakatanggap po tayo ng reklamo mula sa mga miyembro natin sa Akbayan Party List na nahihirapan mag-avail ng inyong pong serbisyo. In fact, sinubukan po ng aming team na mag-register sa nasabing application portal pero nag-exceed na daw po ng daily limit. And we registered at 9:45 a.m. Ang napansin po namin at bati din po sa karanasan ng mga kaibigan natin at kasama na nakakaranas ito, para po nagiging loto ang pagkuha ng medical assistance sa PCSO. Bukod sa palagi nagka-crash ang site, dapat exactly 8 a.m. mag-login. Tapos, dahil 8 a.m. nag-start ang online queue, biglang kung ikaw ay malingat lamang, sasabihin na agad na na-reach na daw ang daily limit for applications. So the question is, gusto po nating malaman, ilan po ba talaga ang kayang ma-accommodate na inyong online medical assistance? At paano po natin may iwasan na swertihan ng pagpila para makakuha ng assistance mula sa portal na ito?
Mr. Chair, we would like to call on Dr. Pinky to share yung aming experiences on the charity assistance.
Yeah. Dr. Pinky, please proceed.
Magandang hapon po, Mr. Chair. We'd like to acknowledge the question directed to us po with regard the number po ng natutulungan online. So during the time po at 8 o'clock, sabay-sabay po ang mga napakaraming aplikante which from the information technology aspect, talaga pong na sa swamp ng applicants ang aming system. At mabilis din naman po itong napupuno during that time from 8 a.m. Forward. Ay puno na po kaagad kaya marami pong nagrereklamo dahil sa dami po ng aming aplikante. sir. Pero bagamat nga po ganon, kami po ay gumawa ng paraan para ang mga nahihirapan po doon sa online ay mas madali kung nagpapadala po sila doon sa aming isa pang parallel system, yung NCR map na pinapadala lamang po naman nila ay ang mga email nila sa email address po na aming dinesignate para po sa mga applications.
Mr. Chair, and thank you very much to the response from PCSO. Ano po ang turnaround time for the other platform?
Sir, iisa lang po, Mr. Chair, can I go ahead?
Please proceed.
Ang turnaround time po ng aming GL is once we receive the request or the application, the GL is received by the applicant within 24 hours, sir.
Ayan po. So nakita po natin na ang talagang lumalapit sa PSO yung mga kagyat na nangangailangan nating mga kababayan. So, Mr. Chair, pardon, and with all due respect to the PCSO family, pero hindi niyo po nasagot yung tanong ko, ilan po ang capacity ng ating online portal every day?
Mr. Chair, is it the number of people or are you asking about the amount?
I'm asking about the number of people that can actually access the portal and have their request processed.
Iba-iba po ang pangangailangan ng ating mga kababayan. So, but unfortunately, we have a fixed amount for the day para ma-stretch po natin yun. So, I think yun ang variable po dyan is the amount needed and the budget for the day. So we as much as possible we try to accommodate po yung pangangailangan nila, lalo po ngayon that we were requested last year to pay for the professional fee. Dati po hindi namin binabayaran po yun. So now we are pwede na pong i-apply yung guarantee letter to the professional fee. Kaya we can give you the budget po for the day, pero depende po yan sa pangangailangan ng lumapit eh. So yun po ang variable doon.
Maraming salamat po. And thank you very much for that particular innovation in covering yung professional fees kasi isa po yan sa pinakamabigat na bahagi ng hospital bills na ating mga kababayan. So, gusto ko lang pong idiin muli yung usapin ng accessibility. Inuulit ko po, nabanggit yun na rin, lumalapit sa atin at nag-access sa ating portal yung mga pinaka-nangangailangan sa puntong iyon at sa panahong iyon. So, nakakalungkot pong isipin na may mga kababayan tayo na 2 beses, 3 beses, 3 consecutive days mag-access ng portal tapos hindi po makakatanggap ng tulong kasi nga po na-exceed na yung ating daily limits. So perhaps moving forward, the challenge of this representation to the PCSO is how can we expand our daily limit in terms of helping our kababayans in this very critical portal na talaga naman pong gamit na gamit dahil malaki po ang pakinabang mula po sa inyong ahensya. So with that, there is our call for the PCSO to increase its capacity in taking on these daily applications. Kita naman po natin, ang nag-login dito, yung mga talagang nangangailangan. Let me move on to another topic, Mr. Chair, if I still have time.
Yes, please proceed. DML proceed.
Yes. I'd like to ask questions about the Calamity Assistance Program of the PCSO. Alam po natin na bukod sa medical assistance na talagang napakahalaga, meron din po Calamity Assistance Program ang PCSO para sa mga nasalanta ng kalamidad. Nais naming malaman kung paano nasisiguro ng PCSO na napupunta sa mga LGU na talagang nangangailangan ang tulong, ang CAP. And could you provide data on the total amount allocated and disbursed through the Calamity Assistance Program over the past 3 years?
Your Honor, calamity assistance is not our core function. These are reserved for DSWD and OCD, mga agency nito. We merely augment po. If we have on our corporate budget, it's very minimal po. Kung nahihinga na lang po kami ng palasyo or any agencies ng kagyat na response, kami po ay nagbibigay. This is very minimal sa aming allocation ng budget. However, we tap po our agents nationwide. Kaya po mabilis naman po kami sapagkat meron po kaming agents in every province. We call upon them and their corporate social responsibility function will kick in. Tinananawagan po namin sila to sila po ang mag-provide ng immediate assistance. Pero sa amin po, it's not our core function to do disaster. Charity po yung sa amin and social services through medical.
Ayan po. Mr. Chair, having heard the response of the good General Manager, again, I'd like to reiterate my requests for data on the total amount allocated and disbursed through the Calamity Assistance Program over the past 3 years, which could follow after this hearing. And for my last question po ay, given itong cap, paano po tayo nakakasiguro na hindi nadodoble ang serbisyo o binibigay na tulong ng DSWD at NDRRMC dun po sa ating mga LGUs? Paano pa natin na-ensure yung efficient use and allocation of resources given na yun nga po, may pagkakapareho?
With regards to NDRMMC, we coordinate po with them. Sometimes they arrange for the airlifting and mobilization, yun po, we coordinate with them. Sa DSWD po, we call them from time to time kung saan po ang pwede kami maka-assist. Pero ang kanila po ang capability far exceeds yung aming po. Minuscule po kami pagdating po sa disaster sa DSWD. Sa madali po sa Office of Civil Defense, they really guide us po. Ayun po.
Maraming salamat po, Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair. Just a very short manifestation before I yield the floor to the next member of the House of the People. Yun po, dalawang request po. Yung unang request, let us increase our daily available limits for our individual applications dun po sa ating portal para mas marami po tayong matulungan kasi they are at their most desperate pag nag-log on po sa inyo. And imagine how frustrating and painful it is kapag magtatatlo o 4 na balik ka habang ang pasyente mo ay nasa ospital at nangangailangan ka talaga. Number 1. At yung pong ating pangalawa po na pakiusap ay pagtulungan po natin itong laban natin dito sa isugal sapagkat dito po sa isugal para ang nangyayari ay nananakawan pa ng dapat ibigay na tulong ng Pcso sa ating mga kababayan na kukuha nilang lion's share of the market. Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, DML Percy. Before we move to the next colleague, dalawang follow-up lang in line with the questions of DML Percy. Number 1, magkano ho yung limit per day? Hindi nyo po nasabi. And number 2, doon po sa ating platform, naka-align na po ba ito doon sa eGov na nilaunch ng ating presidente with the ICT the other months para mas may access yung ating mga kababayan? So yun lang po.
Mr. Chair, the budget per day po is 5 million for our medical assistance program nationwide. po yan.
Nationwide.
Wala pa po kami sa app, but nasa PACE po kami, yung Presidential Action Center that was launched. Tumutulong po kami, may booth po kami para sa mga at humingi po ng tulong.
In the future, GM, Judge, kung pwedeng masama doon sa eGov na nilaunch ng ating presidente para mas accessible sa ating mga kababayan.
Yes, Mr. Chair, we'll study that.
Okay. Maraming salamat. We now move to our next colleague who would ask some questions. May I now call DS or Deputy Speaker Bambi Emano? Wala. Wala si DS Bambi, so we now call Vice Chair Amante. Please proceed.
Magandang hapon na Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, hindi natin pwedeng pasinungalingan na napakagaganda ng mga programa at mga proyekto ng Pcso. Pero may nais lang din po akong malinawan hinggil po dito po sa pagbibigay po ng medical assistance program including malasakit centers. Mr. Chair, nais po natin malaman kung ito po bang pagbibigay nila ng assistance sa malasakit center ay direkta na doon sa mga naturang ospital o dumadaan pa ito ng DOH?
Yung pong alam po naman po natin ang tulong na dumadaan sa Malasakit Center, ito po ay dahil sa Malasakit yung act. Opo. Ito naman po ay ilang ahensya po ang involved po dito. Ang DOH, ang PhilHealth, DSWD, at ang Pcso. Isa lang po ang Pcso. So doon po sa batas na yun, kami po ay inaatasan na isa kami sa kabahagi doon sa Malasakit Center. Kami po ay naglalagay po ng tao. At yun nga po, pero may order of succession po yata yun. So kami po ay may budget pong nakalaan din po doon. So, yung pong mga nasa ospital kung saan may Malasakit Center at lalapit nga po, mayroon po doon taga Pcso. At yun naman po ay, yun po ay doon pa rin po sa ilalim po ng aming medical assistance program. Although yun nga po, dumadaan through the Malasakit Center.
Mr. Chair, hanggang ngayon ba may pondo pa rin para dito sa Malasakit Center? Kasi na-observe ko parang this past few months, may kagaya sa lungsod po ng San Pablo, halos wala ng pondo ang Malasakit Center. So I don't know kung meron pa bang pondo ang Pcso para doon or naubos na for the first quarter pa lang.
Hindi po, meron po tayong pondo. Kasama po yan sa medical assistance program natin. Wala po kami specific doon kasi process lang naman po yung Malasakit Center. Yun po ay proseso ng pag-coordinate sa lahat po ng nagbibigay. Since kami po ay nagbibigay ng malaking part ng aming charity sa universal healthcare, 40% po ng aming charity fund ay automatic pong napupunta sa universal healthcare, which is administered by PhilHealth. So, ang first line po natin response dyan ay ang PhilHealth, and then kukuha rin siya sa MAIP kung meron, sa through DOH, meron din po yung DSWD, meron din pong deduction from pag ikaw ay senior citizens. Kami po ang huli. Kami po ang huli after nabawas na po lahat. That's the time mo kami papasok. Yun po ang order na sinasabi po ng aming chairman. Kailangan po matapos na muna po lahat ng yon bago kami. Kaya meron din naman po kaming pondong nakalaan. Hindi naman po, pero hindi po yung specific na nakalagay for Malasakit. Kasi Malasakit is a coordinating action eh. Parang tinuturo ho kung saan ng mga dapat pagkuhanan ng pondo.
Okay, maraming salamat po. Second question, since parang meron duplication ng programa ng PAGCOR hinggil dito sa pagbibigay ng medical transport vehicle, meron bang communication ng PAGCOR at saka Pcso, Mr. Chair? Kasi baka mamaya sa isang bayan, halos meron bigay ang PAGCOR, meron ng Pcso, tapos meron pa mga bayan o syudad na hindi pa nabibigyan. So at least man lang, ay alam naman natin ang kakulangan ng pondo natin, at least i-maximize natin na maging strategic yung pondo na ibinibigay ng PAGCOR at gayon din ng Pcso pagdating sa medical and transport vehicle.
Meron po kayong pag-uusap ng PAGCOR dahil kinikilala po nila yung aming expertise and mandate sa pamimigay po ng ambulansya. Meron pa kaming drafted na MOA na tutulungan namin po sila paano po mag-distribute niyan kung saan precisely po para matugunan yung concern nyo on duplication. Meron po sila mga ambulansya rin pero they are asking our assistance po sa pag-distribute niyan.
How about Mr. Chair, yung ano po, yung mga medical equipment, ito po ba ay direkta na ibinibigay sa mga hospital or through DOH din po?
Hindi po, direkta po kami nagbibigay sa mga hospitals. Apa.
Meron po kayong communication with DOH? Baka mamaya, alam niyo naman, baka mamaya may request din itong hospital na to sa DOH, tapos, alam niyo, parang nagpo-forum shopping. Tapos baka mamaya, magkadoble. Halimbawa, nagbigay ang DOH ng CT scan, tapos ang Pcso, nagbigay din ng CT scan. So, baka magkaroon ng duplication. So, yun nga. Sa dami ng mga hospital na nangangailangan.
Swerte naman nun, dalawang CT scan.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to answer that question, sir.
Yes, please
We
proceed.
seek clearance from DOH po sa bawat request po for medical equipment. Ipinapadala po namin to sa DOH kung karapat dapat bigyan nung nire-request nila yung requesting party po.
Okay. Maraming salamat po. Pero anyway, Mr. Chair, nais ko po sa matalay na pagkakataon pong ito, napasalamatan po ang Pcso family dahil kitang-kita naman po, lalo tigit sa 3rd District of Laguna na halos lahat po ay nabigyan din po talaga ng ambulansya coming from Pcso and PAGCOR. Kaya again, maraming salamat po sa Pcso and of course, Mr. Chair, maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Vice Chair Amante. We will proceed with our next colleague. Back to the minority. May we call on the Honorable Diokno? You have the floor, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Follow-up ko lang po yung nabanggit po ninyo kanina, Judge, yung illegal sites numbering about 300 that use your exact logo and name. Ilan na po doon ang naimbestigahan at nasampahan ng kaso, if any?
Your Honor, we were successful naman po of taking down some of them, no? Pero ang problema po, the moment po tinake down nyo, it is very easy for them to go back. At talagang ang proseso po ng paghahabla sa kanila ay napakahirap po. Meron pong report, we have a dedicated team po para tugisin po ito. Ganyan po yung aming ginagawa. Pero while we can have gains po on taking them down, yun nga po, some of them we learned are based abroad, no? Nasa abroad po ang kanilang mga base. So we try as much to do a takedown in cooperation po with the CICC, the ICT rin po. But we also made, Your Honor, registered our logo sa Intellectual Property Office. Kasi para paggamitin nila, may solid proof na ho kami to request the service providers na meron ng violation, infringement ng trademark. Yan po yung measures namin and they're ongoing po and we would really like to see na mabawasan to even hardly a dent po. Manghirap po talaga.
That's truly a big concern. Does the PCSO undertake any kind of information campaigns para alam naman ng mga kababayan natin na illegal po yung mga site na yan?
Doon po sa mga draws namin which is televised, lagi po namin pinapaalalahanan yan. Na lalo po kami, wala po kaming online, no, na sa cellphone. We tried but pending pa po ang aming permit. But wag pong tumaya online because we do not have any online betting platform at the moment po. Ang delikado lang po, hindi lang po natin nakikita rito ang nakikita lang po natin yung loss of revenue sa gobyerno. Ano po, meron pa po isang delikado dyan, pag nanalo ang tumaya doon, hindi naman siya babayaran eh. Kasi illegal siya, nobody's regulating him. Yun ho naman ang direktang tama doon sa tumataya, no? Yung inability niya to collect. Dahil walang regulation po eh.
Doon naman po sa issue ng online applications, is it not possible to come up with to make use of technology, for example, by allowing applications to be submitted online geographically o kaya by bracket in terms of amounts? So kunya halimbawa merong gusto mag-apply for 50,000, iba yung pupuntahan niya para hindi naman dagsain ng 8 o'clock in the morning yung inyong site.
Mr. Chair, can I?
Yes, Dr. Pinky, please proceed.
Sir, hinahati po namin to geographically. Ang NCR lamang po ang yung dito sa main office. At ang iba po dun sa branches po namin, yung mga kung the farthest places po in the Philippines, we'll just go to our branches po.
How about my question about brackets?
Sir, ganun din po, may brackets po, but we go for the geographic location of the patient, kung saan po, doon po sa branch namin sila. At bawat branch po, we have 73 branches nationwide, sir. At lahat po ito ay capable of giving assistance to the people nearest them po, sir.
So ilan % ang nagre-rely sa online applications compared to yung nagpupunta sa mga branch ninyo?
Sir, we have already changed it from face to online, sir. All applications now are through online and the NCR through emailings.
So we hope that you will be able to address the problem mentioned earlier about so many people applying at the same time na hindi naman accommodate ang lahat.
Noted, sir. We would be increasing, as suggested earlier, to expand the program to accommodate more, sir.
Just a few more questions with the indulgence of the chair.
Yes, please proceed, sir.
There have been several reports about disbursements being made by the PCSO to government hospitals despite incomplete documentation. On the other hand, meron din mga reports natin nakikita na may mga delay in the disbursement of that financial assistance to government hospitals. May I know how the PCSO is addressing both problems, yung kulang sa documentation na bibigyan pa rin o kaya nagkakaroon ng delay sa pag-release?
Your Honor, the preferred, with modesty aside po, the preferred guarantee letter is PCSO's guarantee letter po. You can ask around because we pay in under 30 days and we process kapag kompleto po ang dokumento in 24 hours po. And I think mapoproseso yun kasi yung guarantee letter po namin will not be released kung hindi ho kompleto ang dokumento. At pag yan po ay kompleto, it only takes 24 hours po. If there will be any delay lang ho, yung availability na lang ng signatory. But definitely, one day po, kaya namin yan. And tinatanggap po yan mostly, no? Ito po ay ino-audit po kami ng Governance Commission. That's part po of our scorecard. Kaya importante po sa amin to really hit that goal of payment within 30. Ang allowed po kami sa MOA namin with the hospitals ay 45 days. But we can do it po in 30 days, Your Honor.
Yes, that your answer pertains to documents that are complete. How about the other issue that has come up in previous COA reports about may kulang documentation pero na bibigyan pa rin?
Can I answer, sir?
Dr. Pinky can be acknowledged po.
Yes,
Please
sir.
proceed.
Yes, sir. The COA just recently concluded in the month of June 2025 an audit for all the documentary requirements for the assistance, and we were 100% compliant, sir.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair. No more questions.
Okay. Thank you very much, Honorable Jokno. So next, back to the minority, may we call on the Honorable Bolilla?
I'm from the majority.
Ay, sorry, sa majority, yeah, majority, Honorable Bolilla.
Thank
Sorry.
you.
You are
Thank-
recognized, you have the floor. Thank you.
Magandang hapon, Mr. Chairman, esteemed colleagues, and distinguished guests. May mga ilan po akong katanungan. Unang-una po, ang PCSO po ba ay nag-ooperate solely on its income or mayroon po tayong ibang source of income na ginagamit sa operation ng PCSO?
Ang PCSO nga po bilang ito ang kaisa-isang ahensya na binigyan ng magdato na magpatakbo ng loterya, kami po ay income generating. At yun din po aming kinikita ay siya na rin po naming ginagastos sa charity at ganoon na rin po, doon po kinukuha namin ang malaking bahagi na aming binabayad sa ating pumbuwis.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Chairman. As revenue provider, and one of those na source of income ay yung STL. I suppose that the birth of STL, yun ang naging dahilan para ma-eliminate ang illegal numbers game. Tama po ba, Mr. Chairman?
Tama po, way back 1987 I think. So kaya nga po sinimulan yung STL sa Ilambayan, talagang ang real purpose is to eradicate huweteng.
As to percentage, ng sources of income na na-generate ng PCSO amongst the games na ini-offer sa publiko ng PCSO. Paano nyo irarank yung pinaka malaking source of income na na-generate para sa kaban ng bayan?
Ang income po na na-generate namin from Lotto and from STL, halos pareho po. Halos hindi po nagkakalayuan. Kung lumamang po ang Lotto, konti lang. Kung lumamang po ang STL, ay konti lang.
So, does it follow na pagka STL yung tinatayaan ng ating mga mamamayan, ibig bang sabihin tumataya siya na legal at wala ng illegal na involved doon sa particular na small town lottery?
Sana nga po, ganun po ang talagang nangyayari kung saan po yung lugar na mayroon nga pong STL. Pero alaman po natin na isa po yan sa aming pong problema dinatnan at sa kasalukuyan ay hinaharap pa rin.
And that's actually my apprehension, Mr. Chairman, na ang yung purpose nung pagbuo ng STL ay kung talagang na-eliminate yung illegal numbers game. However, babalik na lang po ako sa ibang katanungan, magtatanong na lang po ako about sa ito po bang as leading charitable institution, may plan na kung saan tayo po nagbibigay ng mga medical assistance, may plano po ba kayo na magdagdag pa ng mga numbers game o ano para pandagdag na income kagaya na sinasabi nyo na number 1 ay Lotto and STL ang source of income ng PCSO?
Mayroon po kaming inaasahan na ilo-launch na another variant sa ating Lotto, yung pong aming Lotto Bilyonaryo sa at 100 peso bet, the initial winning is 1 billion.
Uy.
So that's one, ano. And then I think also we are also in the process of entertaining yun naman po mga new games na hindi po sakop ng PAGCOR. It's a new game but also involving lottery. So meron po yung manual scratch. So meron pong mga nag-o-offer pa ng mga new games. Dangan nga lamang po, we need the approval of the Office of the President whenever there is a proposal for a new games.
Salamat po, Mr. Chairman. Isa na lang po. Ito naman ay kahilingan ng inyong lingkod. Pwede po ba na madagdagan natin yung mga malasakit center sa mga bayan-bayan? If possible, talagang lagyan natin ang bawat bayan, maliit man o malaki. Kasi ang nakikita ko sa amin, ay sa syudad lamang nakalagay yung malasakit center o office ng PCSO. Kasi yun ang isang alternatibo ng bawat mamamayan lumalapit, tumingi ng tulong on top of the assistance requested from the office of the LGU, from the office of the congressman. Pero naghahanap pa rin talaga ang tao, baka po pwede bilang kahilingan na makapagdagdag tayo ng mga offices o malasakit offices sa bawat lugar o munisipyo sa buong Pilipinas.
We will consider that, Mr. Chair, but kagaya nga po ng sinabi ng aming GM, yung pong malasakit center, isa lang pong kaparaanan ng pagproseso ng paghingi po doon sa aming medical assistance program. Yun nga po, meron na kaming online at ito ay aming pa pong pagagandahin. Yun hong malalapit ho sa aming mga branch office. At tayo naman nung tumataho doon sa malasakit center, tao din ho yun ng aming branch office. So, meron man hong malasakit center. Kasi kung wala ho silang malasakit center doon sa hospital, pwede ho silang pumunta sa amin ng mga branch office. Pwede rin ho online. At kung malapit naman ho sila sa aming tanggapan ho dito sa Shaw Boulevard, they can go personally.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Chairman. Yun lang po at maraming salamat, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Honorable Bolilia. Susunod po sa minority, may we call on the Honorable De Lima. Ma'am, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Magandang hapon po sa aking mga kasamahan sa committee and also our resource persons from PCSO. I'll be tackling 3 points, 3 issues, and per issue there would be several questions. We recall that in a Senate hearing in March of last year, then Committee Chair Rafi Tulfo claimed that an owner of a Lotto outlet in Binondo, Manila spent 90 million pesos in bets in the Super Lotto 649 and took home the jackpot prize of over 640 million in January 16, 2024. I suppose the PCSO is aware of this. And Senator Tulfo alleged that the winner was supplied with insider information regarding a scheduled increase of the prize money, since PCSO raised the prize money by 500 million just days before the draw. Well, I know that the PCSO was vehemently denied this, but an official of the AMLOC found it out of the ordinary for an individual to gamble so much in a game of chance, and that this instance falls under a traditional money laundering typology. Meron pong pagkakaalam ko po, meron pong nag-file ng complaint sa ombudsman against PCSO officials, and they claimed that increasing the jackpot prizes exposes PCSO to great risks, where wealthy bettors can take advantage of the system by investing money to create different combinations and eventually win the jackpot. Yung complainant po sa kaso na yon cautioned against the fiscal risk and uncertainties the government might be exposing itself to by augmenting the minimum jackpot prices of several games. Ang tanong ko po, what is the basis for increasing the jackpot prize money for a game?
Your Honor, if I may, you are correct that there was an inquiry during the first quarter of last year. But let me start po with the PCSO po. We all know this, a game of chance. No? You bet on the number of combinations based on a fixed set of combinations. And if you can guess that, you get the jackpot. And if marami po kayo na tumaya, hati-hati po kayo. We increased the jackpot po. There is a system po that every time hindi po tamaan ng jackpot, it's called the snowballing. And 20% of the sales of the previous day will transfer to the next jackpot draw. No? But we can also introduce marketing efforts to make it more exciting. During our anniversary, ini-increase po namin yan. During our 90-year anniversary, we made the jackpot uniform to 90 million. All these are meant to excite the players, to make them aware and hopefully bet more than the usual. And in the case of the one we did that was the subject of the investigation, it was very successful. In fact, we made 800 million in 30 days. No? Had we been given the chance, and I'm sure we could have made a lot from that, because this is precisely the objective of increasing the jackpot, is to increase the revenues. And so far, our records will show that all the promo, we call it a promo because it's not a regular, all the promos that we did are was profitable, Your Honor.
So there was an investigation, and the outcome was?
Well, I wouldn't call it an investigation. There was an inquiry at the Senate because we made formal invitations to all the senators to please come and please send your representatives so that you could actually see objectively, or even your experts to come, and no one sent their experts.
So wala pong mali. You don't consider it wrong that a person who has resources to spend millions in a game with a jackpot prize of hundreds of millions would have more chances of winning?
Yes.
Okay lang po yun?
Yes, because it's a game of getting the most number of chances.
It's a game of chance. You don't consider this to be wrong, and you think that it is inevitable or uncontrollable, of course.
Yes. In the first place, we don't know who the
Yes.
bettor is, because under our system, it's a It's a bearer instrument po ang bawat ticket na
Then
yan.
you do not consider that the government may incur losses when one who invests several million surely wins hundreds of millions? Wala pong corresponding loss dyan sa gobyerno.
Unang-una po, they only get 55% of whatever
Okay.
they bet.
Uh-huh.
Number two, they are not guaranteed to win it by themselves. If you remember, we had more than 300 winners in one jackpot. So it's not, you might have won or you might win, but the chance of you winning it by yourself is not absolute po. So it's really the nature of the lottery. It's everybody betting. You want to have more chances of winning, you just bet on all the combinations.
Okay, so you would want to assure us, you would want to assure this committee that we need not worry about insider information?
We have a lot of witnesses to this. It's alive. It is wind drawn. So I wish somebody could do that information, because it's almost impossible to know the results of the draw. That's why we give a big jackpot to reward whoever can bet or who can guess. There is a reward for guessing it. That's called the jackpot.
Okay, second point on the STLs. I understand that STL stands out as the leading revenue generator for the first quarter of 2025, contributing 54% of the total retail receipts, which translates to a total revenue of about 8.8 billion pesos. Is that confirmed?
Yes, Your Honor.
And how does PCSO independently verify the actual sales of STL operators, given reports that many outlets would tend to underdeclare the revenues?
We have a formula for every STL in its station. We call it a guarantee monthly minimum retail receipts. So for every province, there is a let's say a 10 million. That's your GMMRR for your station, and automatically 30% of that will be remitted to us as part of the charity, and 15% will go to the operational expenses. The 55% will be left to the operator. Part of it will go to them, as of course they have to earn profit, and then 35% will be allotted for the winners.
Okay, alam naman po natin na yung bet for STL is relatively small. Meron ngayon as low as 1 peso to 10 pesos. So it primarily attracts low-income bettors. The hope of a quick win drives the poor to gamble daily, often diverting money meant for food, school, or basic needs. Now, given that STL primarily target low-income earners, how much of STL revenues truly go to charity programs?
Well, I think we earned at least 30 to 35 billion a year, and then 30% of that will go to charity.
30%.
30% automatic, Mr. Chair.
Meron ho ba kayong mechanism to monitor gambling addiction or social costs in communities where STL operates daily? Kanina po, dun po sa budget briefing of PAGCOR, meron po silang mga sagot tungkol dito. The mechanism to monitor gambling behavior. How about sa STL? Kasi mas nandun kayo sa maliliit. Yung mga bettors ninyo. So, because my concern here is how does PCSO remain true to its mandate to serve the poor with the reality that STL takes daily wages from the very same poor sectors it is supposed to help?
We are promoting, Madam Chair, the responsible gaming. This is an international standard, because whatever we are going through today has been experienced already by the more advanced economies, and we're learning from there. The STL is created to combat illegal gambling, as discussed earlier. So we provide them an avenue where they can be regulated, and that they can also share in the growth of the country through their taxes and also through social services. Yes, it might be an observation that well, like what you said, we intend to help them, but this is already something that we have to a mission to combat the illegal gambling, and because it's only when you regulate them can you do something about it. If they're out there, they're in the illegal status, we really cannot regulate them. We do not allow them to accept bets from minors.
Oh.
No, so these
And
are
that is
we are very
being-
strict.
And that is being monitored,
Yes, opo, opo.
correct?
By
Okay.
the police and even yung mga competitors nila po are monitoring that.
So last point po, I hope I still have time, but just one last point.
Yes, please wind up.
This is rather sensitive, but I need to ask this. I suppose the PCSO chair is around. PCSO chair Felix Reyes.
Present, Madam Chair.
Yes, sir. So, may nakita po kasi tayong statement dated July 10, 2025 of the BI, of the Bureau of Immigration spokesperson, Dana Sandoval, that the chair, PCSO chair, was urged to provide the BI a written, informed, and specific consent to allow the release of his foreign travel records. And I understand this is amidst the allegations of case fixing involving gaming tycoon Atong Ang. It may be recalled that in the missing Sabongero case, I think alam po natin ito, self-proclaimed whistleblower Julie Dondon Patidongan accused Chair Reyes here of rigging the cases to favor Ang and colluding with prosecutors and judges. My question, sir, is were you able to comply about the request on the request of the BI for written consent to allow the release of your foreign travel?
Actually, Madam Chair, what happened is, pursuant to my statement, so they informed me about the process because on how to get my travel records. In fact, I secured my travel records from the BI. Only I was not able to bring it today. Only if I know that it's needed, I have to.
So you have already.
I have it already. I secured it upon their advice. The commissioner of the Bureau of Immigration wrote me and then advised me of the process on how to secure the travel records, because according to them, they cannot just, although in the statement I authorized them, so it's not enough. So what they did, they advised me on the proper way on how to do it, and which I did.
So there were no questions on that?
Ma'am?
Wala pong mga questions doon sa
I,
records.
no, ma'am, I think so.
Okay.
Thank you,
I
Honorable
suppose
De Lima. Time's up. Maraming salamat po.
It's supposed to be follow-up questions?
Pwede po
but-
sa second round, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Salamat po. Okay, next, may we call on Vice Chair Kokoyap.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair, to our stakeholders, colleagues. Mayong hapon, kanatong tanan. Given the data na binigay nyo sa amin ngayon, the trend here for the Lotto and the STL, 2023, 2024, and 2025, half of the year, it's declining. And STL is increasing yung revenue. We all know na dahil sa maliit yung betting amount for STL, ito yung malapit sa tao. I appreciate the PCSO sa mga tulong na ginawa nila. But at the same time, I want also to know na mas marami pa sanang matulungan kung ma-eliminate natin yung illegal STL sa buong bansa, no? Na nagpa-front yung iba as legit STL. Ano bang hakbang ang ginagawa ng PCSO to curb or eliminate yung ganitong issue sa kanya-kanyang probinsya or kanya-kanyang agent. No? Mr. Chair.
Yes, please respond. GM?
Mr. Chair, yan po talaga ang biggest challenge namin. Doon po sa unang observation nyo na ang lottery nagde-decline ng kaunti at nag-i-increase po yung STL. It's because of the GMMR po, the guaranteed minimum monthly ng STL is based on population po eh. So if the population grows, the guaranteed na minimum, then yung remittance na sa Pcso, umaakit din po. Kaya kung napapansin nyo, slightly umaakit sila based on population growth. Doon po sa pag-eliminate po ng gambling, napakahirap po nito dahil wala din po kaming enforcement power. Ang mga batas din natin po ay sana ho maging angkop na rin po dahil yung may mga illegal games po na nakatarget naman po sa mas mura, mas maliit pa po ang taya sa Pcso eh. Meron pa pong 25 centavos, 50 centavos. Kaya talagang nagiging direct competition po. I hope that we could respond with stricter and stiffer anti-illegal gambling laws po. Yan po ang nakikita namin. And of course, to make it sa prosecution naman po easier for us. Kasi kami po, we're trying to help. We make representation po sa RD, sa PD, sa Chief of Police. We go on record po. Sinasite po namin yung complaint ng aming mga STL operators and we go on record po. We ask their assistance. Pero that's as far po as we can go sapagkat alam niyo naman po yung nature and culture ng mga illegal gamblers.
Mr. Chair, if I may add, if I may raise some complaints of our STL operators, one of their problem is because the Department of Justice issued a department circular wherein if the accused is an indigent, no matter how much the bail supposedly recommended, it was reduced to 10,000. So, and there are judges that even entertain reduction from 10,000 maybe to 2,000 in cash. So that's the problem. Actually, we made coordination with one of the USEC in the DOJ. He advised me to make a letter on this to exempt the accused for illegal gambling. We told them that this is a syndicated crime. So this should be exempt from the circular wherein the recommended bail of 60,000 is recommended to 10,000 only, and for other judges it was even reduced to 2,000.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Yung additional question ko sana, kaya nga nandito kami, no? We are here to help the agencies na dodoble yung revenue nyo, meaning dodoble din yung matutulungan natin. No? We want, kung pwede sana nga, every district magagawa tayo ng sariling PCO satellite office. No? And your goal are the same as our goal. No? Ma-eliminate yung illegal gambling. At the same time, we have also to assess, review yung legit na agent nyo na merong dalawang nagko-camouflage din ng illegal gambling. So, using as the front as yung legit na STL. So, yun, we have to make sure na ma-eliminate talaga yun para naman makita natin, no? Kasi nga, if everyone is doing illegal, so kaya na hindi natin mapupush yung stricter rules dahil lahat ay gumagawa ng illegal betting, Mr. Chair.
Bawal po sa amin na pag ikaw ay legal STL operator, it's a ground for termination po if you at the same time engage in illegal gambling. Mabigat po yung penalty natin doon. At yung mga legal po can be recognized by their IDs. May identification card po sila. Meron po silang chaleco or shirt. And that their names are given to the PNP every month po. Meron pong updating ng mga pangalan ng mga agents po nila o yung mga collector nila every month.
Does that mean na marirevoke or mape-penalize yung main STL? Hindi lang yung agent, yung
Yes.
anong tawag nun?
Yung authority nila to operate.
Authority to operate. So,
Opo,
saan pwede
opo.
magsumbong kung merong mga ganon na illegal activities?
Para po kung malapit po sa kung saan po yung nearest office namin, pwede po. Any PNP po, kung talagang meron pong illegal, any PNP po pwede pong i-report doon. Kasi alam po ng PNP kung ano po ang requirements ng legal and illegal gaming. Alam po nila.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, yung admin na lang, whatever your needs, no? Legislative needs niyo na pwede naming matulong sa inyo, let us know as a member and a vice chair of Committee on Appropriation. Gusto din namin na matulungan kayo. Kasi yung sa inyo, side, revenue side, no? Sa amin, paano igagastos yung pera ng bayan, maximize natin sa matulungan yung tao, then you are our partners. So we need you na kung pwede ma-double yung revenue para may matulong din tayo sa tao. So lahat ng pwede naming gawin, no? Pwedeng matulong namin, we will do it. Just let us know yung committee, pati yung mga members ng committee. I'm sure lahat tayo dito, isa lang din yung goal natin na matulungan yung mga tao natin sa kanya-kanyang district. So hopefully we could do that. And last question, Mr. Chair, ito na lang.
Please proceed.
Paano dinidistribute yung allocation given magkano every day ang pwedeng ibigay na financial assistance?
5 million po entire country.
So how do you allocate yung distribution ng financial assistance? How do you allocate?
Ang allocation po natin is that 60% of that pie goes to NCR and neighboring Mega Manila and 40% po sa provinces.
Okay.
So hindi lahat ng provinces
question,
mabibigay na last question. Paano ma-distribute? So every PCSO offices meron din silang sariling ano.
Opo, meron po.
Kasama na yung walk-in tsaka yung online.
Opo, opo.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Vice Chair Yap. Balik po tayo sa minority ngayon. May we call on Representative Arlene Ayon. Ma'am, you are recognized.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon to each and everyone. Dalawa lang yung katanungan ko po. First is, paano pinalagaan ng PCSO ang integridad ng kanilang mga draw? Dahil may mga instance daw na ang PCSO Lotto Draw, lumalabas na sa screen yung number, pero ang bola hindi pa. So, paano natin sagutin yan?
Live po yung draw namin, Your Honor. Wala pa po kaming instance na nagyari yun. And we would appreciate kung meron po tayong video niyan. Marami po ang witnesses namin dyan, including COA, and a lot of people during the live draw. In fact, may ISO certification din po tayo sa draw. At every move po doon, even the movement of people, it is very restricted po doon. At meron po mga CCTV every move pong ginagawa. So it's next to impossible po yung kung yung report na yon kasi kami po ang unang-unang mag-flag ng aming mga tao.
So to
pagdating
set the
sa
record
ganun.
straight, hindi nangyari yung ganon.
Hindi po nangyari yun.
Okay, second, paano nyo mapipigilan yung mga internal fraud o sabwatan sa loob ng PCSO? May, may instance ba na may sabwatan sa loob?
Paano pong sabuatan
Like,
ninyo?
may mga ghost beneficiaries.
Meron po kaming reports na meron po nagfa-falsify ng aming mga guarantee letter and we are working on it po.
Okay. Na-experience ko kasi during the birthday of our colleague sa Shangri-La Hotel, may nagpapakilalang from PCSO sa akin. Sabi niya, Congressman, Kong, may i-present ako sa'yo. Sabi niya, bibigyan ka ng project ng PCSO ng 100 million. Tapos sabi niya, ibabalik sa'yo ang 20M. Pero atin-atin lang to, Kong, ha? Kasi marami kayo. So, kaya sabi ko, totoo ba to? May mga ganito bang nangyari sa PCSO? Na ipaano ko lang, na palabas ko lang. Kasi parang sabi ko, wow, new fight ako, ha? Parang ganun talaga.
Meron kaming reports na kukuha and we report it directly po sa NBI para for entrapment operations po. Marami po, pati nga po board resolution namin, bina-falsify po eh. Meron pong mga gullible na supplier na marami po.
Ano pong action ang pwede nating gawin if ever may mga ganoong tao na nag-o-offer ng mga ganyan, bringing the name of a PCSO?
Well, ini-entrap po namin yung iba and others are successful naman po and we charge them with falsification.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So thank you very much. Yun lang po, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon.
Maraming salamat, Honorable Ayon. Back to the majority, may we call on our DML, Howard Gintu.
Mr. Chair, to the PCSO family, headed by Chairman Kua and General Manager Reyes na pala, sorry. General Manager Robles, magandang hapon po. Pasensya na po. Mr. Chair, first and foremost, I would like to congratulate first the PCSO family for their continuous efforts to elevate the lives of the Filipino. No? Kanina ho, papunta dito, galing po sa isang committee, nakikinig ako sa cellphone, ang nabibigay na po na ambulances ng PCSO nasa 1,255 na po. No? Last time po ata, kung di ako nagkakamali, sa Ormoc, kayo ata nag-distribute. No? So wala pa po nakakagawa na administrasyon na makapagbigay ng ganon. So konti na lang po ata, parang 400 na lang siguro ang hindi nyo nabibigyan. No? Meron lang 3 sa munisipyo ko. So malapit na po, malapit na po. Bukod po doon, no, ang aking question po, Mr. Chair, is nabanggit din po kanina sa presentation na may plano po kayong magbigay ng mga sea ambulance. Ang tanong ko lang po, ito po ba ay katulad po ng pagbigay nyo ng ambulansya na per municipality or per province po ba ito or per region?
Congratulations, Congressman Howard, for crossing over. Ang tingin po namin dito, ito po ang concept na I'm selling to the board and to the president. Kasi po, it will require more maintenance ang pagkuha niyan. And since lahat po ng bayan ay meron ng ambulance, I think it would be best to have an LCT o mini-roro. So, door-to-door na po ang hatid ng pasyente. That is that. So, para hindi na ho double handling ng pasyente. Pag nakalagay siya, kasi may, pati po island municipalities binigyan namin. Kahit po Batanes binigyan po namin eh. So, ang concept po, which is still in the concept stage, is that yun po ang gamitin namin. So, from talagang door-to-door siya, pahatid doon. Yun po ang future namin that's na sinasabi ko na I think ko with the support of my board baka ho yun ang gawin ho namin at we do it per province so para ano.
So clarification po, GML. So tama po, no, para siyang yung current nyo po na patient transport vehicle, parang isasakay po natin, no? So parang kung ganun din po, mabibigyan almost 1,600 din po na parang roro ang
Hindi po,
ibibigay
hindi
po.
po. Mabigat po ang maintenance nun, kaya kailangan ho probinsya ho yan.
The province na po. Kung ganun po, GM, ngayon pa lang po, pinupuri ko na po yung inyong plano, no? Pinupuri ko na po yung plano kasi sa aming distrito, 5 ho yung coastal barangay, coastal municipality. At marami po coastal barangay. Alam naman po natin, no, yung mga doktor sa mga barangay health center, pagdating po ng gabi, umuuwi na ho yan. No? So pag nagkaroon ho ng emergency sa gabi, maghahanap po ng bangkang marerentahan o maghahanap po ng kung ano pong pwede, kadalasan ho, hindi na ho umaabot sa poblasyon o sa city. Kaya kung yan po ay mapapatupad po natin, makakasigurado po kayo, isa po ako sa unang-unang magsusulong na matagaan o mabigyan po kayo ng budget para, kung kailanganin man, pero ang Pcso di man siguro kailangan ng budget. Para yan po makasituparan, no? Makatuparan po. Yun lang po. Mr. Chair, maraming salamat po.
Okay, maraming salamat, DML Howard. On the side of the minority, nandito po ba si Senior Deputy Minority Leader Edgar Erice? Wala po. Okay. So we move to Representative Montes.
Yes, good afternoon. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Please proceed.
May I direct your attention, Mr. Chair, to the last page of the presentation of Pcso. There's this asterisk kasi that caught my attention. It's small, but if it's true, then it has a big impact in our delivery of health services. May I ask the chairman of the Pcso, Mr. Chair, if that indeed that asterisk meant checks are ready for release? You can, Mr. Chair, there's this asterisk before the amount due for the fourth quarter of FY 2024, first quarter FY 2025, and second quarter FY 2025.
So these checks for the amount due to the PhilHealth under the UHC is already signed and ready for remittance.
Okay.
Anytime.
Okay, the reason why I'm asking, Mr. Chair, is that is the PCSO Chair aware that Section 37 of RA 11223 or the Universal Healthcare Act expressly provides that the funds should be transferred to the PhilHealth at the end of each quarter? Section 37 po of Universal Healthcare Act says, halagay po doon, the amount necessary to implement this act shall be sourced from the following: 40% of the charity fund, net of documentary tax, etc., etc. And then provided that the funds raised for this purpose shall be transferred to the PhilHealth at the end of each quarter, subject to the usual budgeting, accounting, and auditing rules and regulations.
I'd like to ask our accountant.
Yeah, good afternoon
Please
po.
proceed.
I'm Maria Cristina Gregorio from Accounting and Budget Department. With regards po dun po sa check for UHC, every quarter po nagpiprepare kami ng check for remittance to UHC, and ang payee po niyan is si Bureau of Treasury. So si Bureau of Treasury po, siya yung pong magbibigay sa PhilHealth nung amount po na yan.
But the law says it should be directly released to the PhilHealth.
May usapan na po siya kasi dati po, hindi po rin namin alam kung kanino po namin i-remit. kung kay PhilHealth po or kay Bureau of Treasury. But meron pong naging usapan niya na kay Bureau of Treasury po nakapangalan yung check for the account of PhilHealth po.
Mr. Chair, the reason why I'm asking is that any delay in the remittance to PhilHealth is, I think, also tantamount to the delays in the provision of health services. Dahil po itong pondong to supposedly pambayad po talaga ito ng mga health benefit package. So lalo na po in light of yung mga issues ngayon na hindi nakakabayad ang PhilHealth sa mga hospitals, meron pa po ngayon na nag-pull out yung mga private hospitals sa MOA with the DOH dahil parang hindi nakakabayad, although sa MAIP po yun. But anyway, ang naapektuhan po yung miyembro ng PhilHealth. So, kung pagbabasehan ko po itong presentation ninyo, ang batas sinasabi po at the end of the quarter, mai-remit na natin. Assuming for the sake of argument, may usapan po kayo with the Bureau of Treasury na i-remit nyo at the end of the quarter. Pero yung fourth quarter po ninyo, ready for release pa lang po ng 2024. It should have been released whether to PhilHealth or to the Bureau of Treasury, but I maintain that under the law, it should be directly released to the PhilHealth. So ano po kaya ang mga dahilan kung bakit po nadidelay yung pag-remit? May mga sistema po ba na nagko-contribute para hindi agad ma-release po sa national government or to the PhilHealth?
Yung fourth quarter po ng, Chair. Yung fourth quarter po ng 2024, matagal na po yung cheque na kay Pcso. For release na po yan ng matagal. And I think po, nasa Treasury Department na po namin yan and approved by, signed by the GM na po.
So sino po dapat ang mag-claim ng cheque na yan?
Ang pagkakaalam ko po, yung Treasury Department po namin is tinatawagan po nila bawat department or agency na for pick up na po ang kanilang cheque.
So ibig sabihin po, ma'am, as we speak, yung fourth quarter na cheque hindi pa po nakukuha sa inyo. Mag-third quarter na po tayo ng 2025, so malapit na pong mag-isang taon. Samantalang po, maririnig po natin mga issues ng PhilHealth, kakulangan sa pera, hindi nakakabayad sa ospital, and we have a huge amount sitting in Pcso na hindi nakukuha na dapat nung agency na intended para sa kanila ito.
Yes po, per our Treasury Department po, nasa kanila pa po ang cheque.
So at an average, ma'am, can you please enlighten me, gaano po katagal? Kasi ang nasasabi sa batas ay it should be released at the end of each quarter. So at an average, gaano po katagal ang delay?
Mr. Chair, on issues on why we are remitting the 40% share of our charity to the Board of Treasury, it was made pursuant to the joint resolution of the DBM, DOF, DOH, the Pcso, and in circular number 0001, series of 2022. And under section 5.1.3, it was explicitly stated in that provision that the remittance should be made to the office of the Board of Treasury.
Board of Treasury. Kasama po ang PhilHealth dun sa usapan po.
Yes, Pcso, PhilHealth.
Okay po. I will just have to check on the, is that a joint circular?
It is a joint circular, ma'am.
Opo. Okay. Anyway, sir, so bumalik po tayo, be that as it may, kung sabihin niyo po may usapan po kayo still, ang nakalagay din sa batas, it should be remitted at the end of each quarter. So, ang tinatanong ko lang po, bakit po delay? Ano kaya ang problema? Baka pwede natin magarawan ng paraan para hindi na-delay, para hindi din na-delay ang remittance sa PhilHealth.
Almost regular naman po yung pagre-remit namin, except po dito sa 3 check-in na to.
So these are isolated
Yes po.
incidents.
Pero ano po is wala regular naman po namin siyang nare-remit, and every quarter naman po nagagawan po siya kaagad ng cheque. Nagagawan po kaagad ng voucher and nagagawan po kaagad ng cheque.
Opo. So meaning po, in the previous years, agad-agad at the end of the quarter, nare-remit po sa Bureau of Treasury based on the joint circular.
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay po. Yun lamang po, Mr. Chair. Thank you so much.
Maraming salamat, Honorable Montes. On the side of the majority, may we recognize Representative Ramil Hernandez. Gov, you have the floor.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair. May clarification lang po ako dito po sa comparative financial statements. Ito po ay June 30, 2024 and June 30, 2025. So, kino-compare po natin yung half year of 2024 to half year of 2025. Kasi hindi po natin pwedeng i-compare yung year-end financial statement kasi wala pa po tayo sa December. So, napansin ko po dito, ang laki po ng gross sales. Nasa 31 million plus sa 2024, half of 2024, and 32 sa half of 2025. Ang laki po ng gross sales, pero pag tiningnan nyo po sa bandang ilalim, ang net income ay almost 10% lang. Almost 10% lang. So, ang tanong ko po, meron po ba kayong nakikita na pwedeng gawin administratively or by law kung saan pwede po nating pataasin ang income ng PCSO? Kasi ako po bilang dating gobernador ng Laguna, napakalaki po, napakadaming tulong ang nakuha namin from PCSO, and kung mapapataas natin ang income ng PCSO, of course, mas marami pa po tayong matutulungan. That's all, Mr. Chair.
May we have a reply from PCSO?
Mr. Chair, if the good congressman is referring to the comparative financial statement for the half year of 2024 and half year of this year, yes, there is a sort of a slight reduction for the 2025. But rest assured that the agency, Mr. Chair, is doing our best to increase the revenues, Mr. Chair. We are thinking of other variant of the games. We're thinking of other betting platforms.
Mr. Chair, follow-up lang po.
Please proceed.
So, ang ibig sabihin po ba ng PCSO through its chairman, ang plano po ng PCSO ay pataasin ang sales upang sa ganoon ay tumaas po yung ating net income. So wala po ba tayong nakikita na baka naman pwede nating pababain yung expenses para naman tumaas din yung net income? So ang concern ko po dito, of course, hindi lang po tayo dapat talaga nakatutok doon sa net sales or yung pong ating business income. Baka po may nakikita tayo na iba pang paraan sa reduction ng expenses kung saan pwede pa nating mapataas yung income po ng PCSO.
Well, if you will notice, Mr. Chair, the bulk of our expenses goes to the maintenance and the operating expenses. And of course, our medical expenses. Well, honestly, if you will ask us on how we can increase our revenue, I think we should deduct the taxes due against our agency. Well, we are working on the reduction of our documentary stamp tax. Well, from 20%, well, even at this 10 or to 15%, but it's not given to us. So, because of course, every savings is an income for the agency. So, if you can help us reduce our documentary stamp tax for the ticket price from 20% or even to 15 or 10%, that's better. That's a very huge amount of savings that we can use for charitable work.
Okay, last reaction na lang po, Mr. Chair. So yun naman po yung sinabi ko po kanina na pwede po nating tingnan by administrative kung ano yung pwede nating gawin and by law. And through your explanation po, it seems na kailangan meron kaming baguhin doon sa batas. Pagdating po doon sa tax na ini-implement natin sa PCSO. Then noted po at of course kaya po naman nandito ang Congress para po hindi lang busisiin ang inyo pong budget, kundi tingnan kung paano pa natin may improve ang income at pwede nyo maging contribution sa ating national government. So again, bilang dating governor po ng Laguna, maraming salamat po sa napakarami nyong naitulong sa aming lalawigan. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Maraming salamat, Honorable Hernandez. Balik po tayo sa minority. May we call once again the Senior Deputy Minority Leader, Edgar Erice. Nandito na po ba siya? Okay, wala pa. So, balik naman sa majority. Vice Chair Romeo Momo. Si Chairman Momo, wala po. So, susunod po, si Vice Chair Leandro Leviste. You have the floor. Please proceed.
Good afternoon, Chair. Thank you for your time. Mr. Chair, PCO has a social mission to help underprivileged Filipinos. Is that correct?
Correct, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, sir. And I believe one way that it does so is it provides employment already to many people. Approximately how many people work in the STL sector?
Good afternoon. Approximately, we have almost 375,000 working in the STL.
Thank you. And how many of those do you believe are regular employees and how many are agents or collectors?
For the regular employees of the STL, I think it's almost 150. The entire. It's yung regular employed by the agents corporations.
And there's approximately 200,000+ who are not regular employees.
Yes.
Can you explain to us what their compensation structure is like?
I'm sorry, I don't have the data right now of the salary structure of those 200,000 because it's being employed by our STL AACs directly. We have no employee-employer relationship with those cabos and sales representative and sales supervisors.
Simply indicatively, could anyone from PCSO explain to us what percent they make of how much and what that means in terms of their monthly take-home pay?
Based on the interview with our sales representative, they give 10% commission from the sales they generate from each sales representative and sales supervisors.
And how much do you think that translates to on a monthly take-home pay?
With your indulgence, can we just give you the data? We'll ask our AAC.
Thank you. The reason I ask is I perhaps know the least about this sector than anyone in this room right now, other than that many of our constituents in Batangas are working in this sector and may benefit from improvements in their compensation. And considering that the profits of PCSO are used to help the poor, perhaps our charity can begin at home, and that hopefully PCSO could consider turning all cabos and cobradors into regular employees.
Mr. Chair, actually, those cabos and collectors are employees of our agent. So we don't have a employer-employee relationship with them. It's our agent who has.
Yes, I understand that, but you have some means of regulating the conduct of your partners.
We are requiring our agent to submit a regular SSS requirement. What else? PhilHealth and Pag-ibig. So in other words, those regular employees of those agents, so they have to comply to the requirement of these three agencies, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So you're saying that you already have certain requirements for the benefits received by the cabos and the collectors?
Yes, we require our STL operators to comply with the requirement of the SSS, PhilHealth, Pag-ibig with respect to their regular employees.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Would you be opposed to a bill that would require that all cabos and collectors be regular employees?
Well, for us, we will not object on that, but I think the STL operators will.
And
we like.
Oh, thank you. So we can take away from this hearing that PCO likes, to quote the chair, and supports a bill that will require all STL operators to make all cabos and collectors in the Philippines regular employees.
But I understand that especially the collectors and the cabo, they don't work regularly. So that's why they receive their compensation by way of commission. Or what they receive is always based on commission.
At least then we could perhaps have further discussions on what greater minimum benefits and other compensation can be provided to the cabos and collectors.
We may possibly, I think it's also is it in our IRR that we assured that the cabos and the collectors to receive sort of a minimum commission.
There is already a requirement on the minimum commission. Can you share with us what that minimum commission is?
Actually, I have to apologize, Mr. Chair. We don't have any requirement as the minimum commission that they are supposed to leave. So we give it to the operators on how they can manage giving commission to their cabos and collectors.
Do you have an idea on the range of what those commissions are? What is the range?
As I said po, it ranges from up to maximum of 10%, but we don't have any exact data po kasi iba-iba po yung binibigay nila.
Would you oppose making 10% the minimum commission of a cabo or collector?
On the side of the PCSO.
As PCSO, would you oppose it? So we can take away from this hearing that PCSO would support a bill requiring that the minimum commission of a cabo or collector be 10%.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Or maybe we will consider our existing IRR that we will include a provision there that all operators are required to give at least a minimum commission on their sales.
Of at least 10%.
Yes, Mr. We will consider what is the proper amount after consulting all our steel operators.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And at present, do they all have PhilHealth, SSS, Pag-ibig, and other such benefits?
As I said earlier, we require our STL operators to have all those regular employees to be member of SSS, PhilHealth, and Pag-ibig, and we always require them compliance to those agencies so that we will be assured that they comply to the payment of their share in these three agencies, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I guess after this hearing, we would appreciate further inputs from PCSO on how we can craft a bill that will increase the minimum benefits and even compensation that would be received by cabos and collectors. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Honorable Leviste. Next, from the province of Bataan, may kalalawigan, Congressman Tony Roman.
Magandang hapon sa inyo lahat. I'm not sure if these questions were asked. If they were, just say asked and answered. Okay, but I think there are witnesses here who can confirm if they were in fact answered. So I have a line of questions concerning disbursements of charity funds. So basically, my main concern is I want to make sure that it's equitably distributed and has the greatest impact to beneficiaries. Ano? Itong charity funds ninyo, meron ho ba kayong criteria na sinusunod sa pamimigay ho ng charity funds? Yung mga vehicles o ano pong mga CSR programs ninyo? Hindi pa ako natatanong yan. I just want to make sure. Galing po ako sa ibang committees.
Your Honor, we have guidelines on the, for example, in the distribution of the patient transport vehicles or ambulances, we require certain documents, a commitment from the Sangguniang that they will maintain this, so that they will allocate funds para po ma-maintain yan. And then sa aming medical assistance, there are documents that have to be submitted. And of course, in terms of needs, iba-iba po ang pangangailangan. So we respond po dun sa different needs po ng mga nanghihingi po ng tulong.
Let me rephrase my question. I wasn't really probing the documentary requirements, but rather I'm probing the selection criteria. The selection criteria for distribution of these assistance, ano? Yung selection criteria, like which municipality, which LGUs will get it, why one LGU should get it and not another LGU. So what is the selection criteria applied in selecting beneficiaries of these programs?
Ang instruction po ng ating Pangulo ay bigyan po ang lahat. Lahat po ng munisipyo ibibigyan.
Nabibigyan naman po lahat ng munisipyo.
Opo, malapit na po kami. For this year po, makukumpleto na po natin lahat ng munisipyo.
Doon sa munisipyo ng Hermosa, meron ho naibigay yung PCSO.
Saan mga Hermosa?
Bataan po, First District.
Kung I assure you po, kung hindi pa po, mabibigyan po namin minomonitor po kami ng Pangulo sa aming commitment na mabigyan po.
Ibubulong ko na rin po yung bayan ng Orani, tsaka bayan ng Asamal at bayan ng Abukay habang nandito po tayo. Pakisilip lang po.
Commitment po, Your Honor. Commitment.
Thank you. So, meron ho ba kayong parang talaan na kung saan may papakita or even like Excel spreadsheet na may papakita po yung geographic breakdown ng mga beneficiaries? Unless you're telling me ho, unless sinasabi niyo po na lahat po nabibigyan. Meron ho ba kayong breakdown?
Meron po kaming heat map, Your Honor.
Heat map?
Kung saan po yung mga nabibigyan na area.
Pwede niyo ba kaming bigyan ng kopya ng heat map? O naibigay na po?
Hindi po dalangan, but we can send it to your office po ko.
Definitely. I think also to anyone interested para makita yung mga yung dami ng ayuda o tulong na bumababa sa bawat LGUs. Now, in terms of I know you have different programs. Itong PCSO that is health-related. Do you try to prioritize the types of assistance provided by medical disorder or condition to rationalize the distribution of the assistance? For example, meron ho ba kayo, prioritize ho ba yung mga high-demand health needs like dialysis, chemotherapy, and rare diseases instead of other diseases? What kind of prioritization with respect to medical conditions do you do, if any?
Mr. Chair, I will answer the question of the Senate. Ang ating pong medical assistance program, dati po ay noong mga nakakarang panahon po, ay lahat ng sakit nakikater po namin. But dahil po ayaw na ho natin sa mga bagong administrasyon na kailangang hindi nagdodoble-doble yung tulong po, at dahil po kami ay nakakommit sa Universal Healthcare System, Act pala ho, sa Universal Healthcare Act, nagkaroon po kami ng konting mga pagbabago sa mga tinutulungan na sakit at amin pong siniguro na ang may pinakamaraming demand gaya po ng cancer, katulad din ho ng hemodialysis, ay patuloy pa rin ho naming ibinibigay sa mga tao, sir. Meron po kaming chemotherapy pa din at bagamat ang PhilHealth po ay nagbibigay ng dialysis benefit package, nandun pa rin po kami para lalong mawalan po ng out-of-pocket expense ang ating mga kababayan, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So, do I take it just so I can explain it to myself, so I can more appreciate what you said? So, sinasabi niyo po, there is some kind of prioritization that is applied with respect to medical conditions, ganun ho ba? And then umaalalay po kayo sa PhilHealth.
Opo, sir, pero
correct?
Mr. Chair, wala po kaming pinaprioritize, pero meron lamang pong mga sakit na tinutulungan at hindi po lahat ay kasali. Yun lamang pong pinakamalalaki ang gastos, ang gastusin, ay doon po kami umaalalay, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Kahit anong cancer po, pwede po, sir.
Another question is, are there steps being undertaken so patients from far-flung provinces can access medical aid without lining up in Metro Manila or relying on middlemen?
Sir, kagaya po ng, sir, Mr. Chair, can I answer po? Gaya po kanina, naitanong po yan, mayroon po kaming, I would gladly repeat, sir, mayroon po kaming 73 branches nationwide at ang lahat po ng mga assistance request ay pwede ho nilang dalhin doon sa mga branches po natin na pinakamalalapit sa kanila. Hindi po kailangang sa Maynila dalhin, sir.
Okay. Given the budget proposed for this year, how much of that is dedicated, are charity funds?
Mr. Chair, actually, ang aming pong budget ay kasi nga po kami income generating. So yung pong aming sa sales, 30% of that will go automatically to charity. At yung pong aming, 40% of that will go to PhilHealth for the universal healthcare. And then the remaining, yun po ang aming ginagastos for other medical health program.
Mr. Chair, is there an increase in the, I guess if your budget increased, the 30% would also increase, correct? In charity funds. How does your budget this year compare to last year's?
I think we're increasing our revenue. So once our revenue is increased, so the allocation for the charity will also necessarily increase.
Opo. I just want to take a look. Meron ho ba kayong, what is PCSO's plan for expanding revenues while minimizing the social cost of gambling?
Before you answer, Representative Roman, please wrap up. Thank
That's
you.
my last question.
Okay, salamat. Please respond.
As mentioned earlier, we have an ambitious draw to introduce a variant. Will be the Lotto Billionario po para we hope we could generate better income by introducing this game. Where for a 100 peso bet, the bettor will have a chance to win 1 billion pesos po. The beauty about lottery po is that it is not engaging. Tawag ko po, bet and forget. It's a passive gaming actually. You can bet and do your regular livelihood, hindi po siya nakaka-disturb ng livelihood ng or the regular activities ng tao. So if we stick to our lottery games, I think hindi po talaga ito makaka-damage. Plus we are very conscious po of the our program of responsible gaming. We really use this parang almost like a religion na po sa amin ito. That we have to be aware of the dangers and the limitations po of gaming. And we always, whenever we can, we try to inculcate po ito sa lahat ng employees namin, including all our agents nationwide.
Okay, salamat, Representative Roman. And next is our chairman ng Ways and Means, the Honorable Miro Kimbo.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. General Manager, Chairman of PCSO, I have 55 questions, Mr. Chairman, here. But upon your insistence that since many of the questions have already been answered, I will not ask any question. I just want to say that Melquiades Aipa Robles has been helpful to our city. Sometimes I don't feel it anymore because they go straight to the people. So, papasalamat kami sa tulong na dinadala ng PCSO. Gusto ko rin sabihin, Mr. Chairman, pagpupuri kay Chairman Judge Felix Reyes, who is an adopted son of Marikina, who served our city with unquestionable integrity, dedication, and as if he's a native born of Marikina. His contributions will not be forgotten. And despite some wranglings I heard recently, I can vouch for his integrity and honesty. So I congratulate the PCSO, both the chairman and the general manager and your hardworking employees. I hope that you continue with your mandate. We will be here to support if you do well, but we will also be here to act as the scalpel that will remove the excesses if that so happens. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, maraming salamat, Chair Kimbo, for your remarks. Susunod po, may we call on Vice Chair Joseph Tan.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Wala naman akong masabi sa PCSO sa mga tulong na binahagi sa atin mula't noon hanggang ngayon. Bagamat ito ay suggestion lamang, lalo't higit sa kung maaari sa STL, sinapapansin ko sa ibang mga lugar, maliban na sa amin, uso na ho ang QR code ngayon. Bakit nandun pa rin ho tayo sa pagsusulat-sulat sa kamay? Baka lalong lumaki ang revenue natin. Kasi napapansin ko ho rito, Apo GM Robles, ito yung kaibigan ko noon pa. Napakalaki ho ng income na ipinapasok. At natutuwa naman ho tayo sa mga target na binaba. Talagang taon-taon palaki naman ang palaki. Bagamat siguro mas lalaki pa kung sakaling mabigyan nyo ito ng pagtingin na usong-uso na ho ngayon yung mga QR code na pag-ukan. Bibilis, hindi nahahawakan yung pera, pwedeng ipasa-pasan, diretso na. Mas magiging mas malaki ho siguro ang revenue natin. Pangalawang, ano ho masasabi natin, Mr. Chair, Apo GM? Kaya ho ba natin kaya magawa yung ganun? Kasi yun na ho uso ngayon. Wala na hong perang nilalabas. Nataya ka na, lalagyan mo ka na agad ng resibo. Parang dun sa Skyway, no? Na ginagawa ngayon, na nagdadaanan natin. Apo.
Your Honor, ready po tayo. Dangan lang at we need approvals po beyond us. No? Nakasalang na po ang aming mga request na payagan kami na mag-employ at mag-improve sa technology. Hihintay lang po kami ng go signal.
Oo, kasi Mr. Chair, no, nakita ko kasi natin na yung may mga kit na sila dito sa mga kaya napaka-conveniente na hindi na uso yung sinusulat-sulat pa. Yun isa naman proposal lang para lalo't higit lumaki pa tong revenue natin. Nakita ko nga ho to, noong 2023, meron tayong 61 billion pesos. At itong 2024, 62 billion pesos. Come 2025, higit pa ho sigurong lalaki kasi nasa kalahating taon pa lang almost 32 billion pesos na siya. At nakita ko nga ang target natin 70 billion. Siguro kung mapapansin, bibigyan natin ng pansin yung panukala natin, suggestions, baka maaring mas ma-achieve pa natin hindi lang 70 billion, mas more than. So, ano masasabi natin, Apo
Mr.
Chairman?
Chair, actually, it's a good suggestion. But our problem is we are governed by our 90-year-old charter. And most of those actions, according to the charter, requires the approval of the Office of the President. So if I may suggest, if the House can revisit this, this is 90-year-old charter of the PCSO.
Okay. Mr. Chair, isa pa hong katanungan, no, yung dito ba sa mga operators natin, wala ho bang mga nakapending pa na bayarin para sa mga commitments nila? Kasi ilan ho bang mga operators natin nationwide sa STL?
Good afternoon. We have 105 STL AACs po.
Okay, sa 105 STL operators nationwide, ilan ho yung may mga problema pa? Baka siguro mas magandang isubmit na lang sa atin na Apo Chair kung sino yung may mga balabalansi sa atin na bayarin, no?
Wala na pong...
Wala lahat. Okay. Mukhang okay talaga. Kaya mas tataas ang collections natin, Apo GM. At sa paano, kung na nagkakamali, meron tayong 1,400 plus LGUs. Yun ho ba ilang percent na nabigyan natin ng tulong?
In terms of ambulances po, Mr. Chair, nasa 75% na po tayo.
Ang target ho natin
100% po.
Within the year po
Yes,
ba siya?
opo, opo.
Very good ho. Kasi unang-una may mga lugar ho kasi na talagang mahirap ang buhay, mga mababa NTA, mga irang tinatawag noon. Kaya yun sa tulong ho ng PAGCOR, tulong ho ng Pcso, nakikita ko ho na kakayanin natin lalo't higit maganda naman yung revenues na na-generate natin. At siguro narinig ko nga kanina na medyo kabagay, kayo naman ho talagang kahanap buhay, marapat dapat na naman yung MOE nyo ay maayos-ayos din naman, di ba, no? So yun ho yun. At ano pa ba? Tungkol ho sa percentage-wise ng mga humihingi ho ng tulong, katulad nitong mga paghihingi ng tulong ng ating mga pasyente, sa halimbawang ang bayarin sa hospital is 100,000 pesos, ilan percent ho bang isineshare ng PCSO, Mr. Chair, Apo GM?
Before you answer, GM, please wrap up, Honorable Tan.
Yeah.
Thank you. Please proceed, GM.
Sa amin po, yung hierarchy ng mga bayarin po, mauuna po dyan. Kasi ano po kami, final billing po kami lagi pumapasok. Mauna po yung senior citizen discount, kung meron kayong disability discount, pasok si PhilHealth, and then pagkatapos si DSWD, DOH po, minsan po pumapasok din po yung mga LGU, nakakabawas din po. At yung huli po, yun, doon na po kami pumapasok.
So sa madaling sabi, buhay pa rin po ba ang malasakit center sa bawat district hospital, government hospital?
Ang pagkakaintindi ko po sa Malasakit Center, ito po ay proseso. Wala po itong funding source on its own. So it's a para pong itong coordinating body or area na kahit po wala yun naman po, dati naman po meron ng social worker po na gumagawa niyan. Pero Tuloy po tayo kung ano man po ang ano.
Okay. Sa madali yung sabi ay more or less siguro sa balance billing babagsak kasi kayo ho nagsasabing Mr. Chair na po GM na sa dulo ay sagutin na ng PCSO kung kakayanin. Kinakaya ho ba more or less?
You'll be surprised po. Minsan po, wala na ho talaga eh.
Binabaya.
Minsan po, sumulat sa amin, sabi niya, okay na ho, wini-withdraw na ho yung request. Dahil nako-cover na po eh. Lalo na po ngayon with the zero balance billing.
Okay.
Kapag po naka-enroll siya sa ward, wala na hong babayaran eh.
Kung just in case wala hong space sa ward at so happen na mapasok sila sa yung pay ward, ano hong usually mga natin doon, trato natin sa ganung bagay?
Sa DOH na lang po.
Sa DOH tayo mabagsak. Ayun na naman po, Chair. At thank you, Apo Robles. Thank you, Apo Chairman.
Maraming salamat, Honorable Tan. That ends our first round. So second round, ang nagpalista po ay si Honorable Laila De Lima. Parang wala siya dito.
Wala na.
So kung wala na pong ibang nakalista for the second round, may we hear a motion? Okay, I would like to recognize the Honorable Jam Jam.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair. Before I move to terminate your budget briefing, I would like to express my gratitude and commendation not only to GML Robles, but of course to Judge Felix Reyes and the entire PCSO family. I have been in the Congress for more than 6 years, and I worked in the Senate for more than 4 years. Parang ngayon ko lang naririnig ang mga sagot na kung saan ang mga miyembro ng Kamara naniniwala sa inyo. I hope and believe that in the next 3 years, you will be able to continue what you have been doing. Service with utmost integrity, compassion to those who are in need. Indeed, the love to our country by our President, kayo po ang nagdadala. Sa totoo lang, sininod nyo ang tagline nyo. PCSO, hindi umuurong sa pagtulong. Mabuhay kayo. With that, Mr. Chair, I would like to move to terminate the budget briefing of PCSO.
Second, Mr. Chair.
Terminate the GM. Hinabahan ako bigla.
It has been moved and duly seconded. Motion is carried.
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair.
May we hear another motion?
Mr. Chair, would like to suspend the budget briefing and resume on Tuesday, August 26 at 9 a.m. So move, Mr. Chair.
Second, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
It has been moved and seconded. The briefing is hereby suspended and will resume on Tuesday, August 26, 2025 at 9 a.m. Congratulations sa PCSO family and keep up the good work.
Face value na lang. Ako lang may alam ng video. Sila di na wala kang tikman.
Wala. Mga ambulansya ko Oo. Ikaw po. Kompleto. Pero dito wala sa akin. Wala nga yung paper.